Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, A3azy, but you can call me AE. Just spell it with a 3. And this is Deep in the Bars with Who Am I? About time I let you see what all the fuss about. It's what the dreamers and believers love to talk about. And yeah, so I just started off like that because, like, we live in a world where everybody got something to say, everybody got an opinion, you know what I'm saying? But, like, at the end of the day, when you just stay true to who you are, the truth is always going to outlast a lie, you know what I'm saying? So I just be trying to feed to dreamers, cause that's who I am. Ain't easy, the game need me, life ain't easy. Shout out to the music, cause I swear it freed me. But this is paradise, this really ain't nothing nice. To live the life you want, you gotta pay the price. I guess I had to get it wrong, just so I can make it right. When it's getting dark out, then you gotta be the light. Alright, and on that part, I was just speaking towards like myself and everybody. I like to believe we always try to look outside of ourselves for something that we think that we missing or that we think people are missing, when in reality, when you just look at yourself and work on yourself, then like you'll come to the realization that like you got everything that you need. Maybe you just need to go about things a different way. Maybe you need to lock in certain areas, but you already got the answers. So sometimes you got to be the light when it's dark out. Nowadays, I'm on a whole new level. That's my anointing shining. That is not no bezel. Went into the darkness just to scare off the devil. Then made my way to paradise. I don't know how to settle. Who am I? All right, on that one, I went into like, all right, I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. Which kind? It's like I was speaking towards my anointing oil that I believe that I have on my life. That like was predetermined before I was even alive. Because that's just the way God intended it, and I'm just trying to operate out of my spirit and not my flesh. Who am I? Just a rebel on a mission. A lot of us are slipping like an old transmission, but I'm still getting better if you paying attention. When the moves make sense, I don't need no convincing. All right, and on that part, I was just talking about being a rebel, because I think that rebel has kind of a, people think that like you're fighting a battle, which you are, but like to me, it's more like I'm fighting for the right cause in my head. Like I would never like wrong the next person just to come up. Cause like I feel like when you do it that way, it's only gonna catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to do things the right way and walk with my best foot forward. I got a few tickets to the next big show, and the word on road is a click about to blow. Cause we just having fun with it. Yeah. And we did it how they wish they did it. Who am I? Hey, yeah. Who am I? Yeah, the devil in my ear, but my faith in God. But this won't be the last time that we beat the odds. I've been slandered, double crossed, and crucified. So when I say I'm certified, just know it's justified. Yeah, may these vibes be forever lasting. All right, and on that one, I was just talking about how I really lean more into my faith. Because, like, sometimes you got to believe in things that you can't see. But when you believe in them, then you take the right actions. And when you take those right actions, then it manifests. So sometimes you got to walk blindly until you find paradise, and that's what we gonna do. All right, and that was Who Am I? And shout out to Crew Jordan. He was the engineer who made the beat, mix and master me on all that. And on that day, we just went out to Oklahoma, went to the casino. You know what I'm saying? Because I also, this is a good point. I'm doing a mini series for the whole mixtape. It's gonna be a visual, but also a story in there too. So make sure that you tune into that, because the first episode is already out, and you can find that on officially Bad Habit and Good Vibes, or just put BNGTV _ on YouTube. But as far as like who am I, like it was just like really me fulfilling my shoes. You know what I mean? Because in life you get pulled in so many different directions. You get like so many people telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and like sometimes you just gotta like say, look, if I'm gonna be right or wrong, it's gonna be in my powers. Because the worst thing that you can do is fail, but fail doing it the way somebody else should have told you to do it. You know what I mean? So I just try to like walk with my best foot forward, but also just like be me to the fullest. Even when I come up short, at least I can say that like I did my best. Because the worst thing you can do is come up short, and you know you could have went a little bit harder. And like that's what Who Am I really embodies, just how who I am as a person, the direction that Paradise the miniseries is gonna go. And this is Deep in the Bars. I don't think that the visual matters more. I think it's just as important, because totally like a package deal. You need the, for me at least, it's like the music is cool, but I need the music and the site to see it. But that's just me. It's a total package. Not one's not more important than the other. I could definitely see that. I feel like really only the hip hop heads really lock in on the bars, which isn't a bad thing. But like it kind of seems like when it's more like melody, it just gets stuck in people's head a lot easier, in my opinion. For me, it's like it's that's all like what type of music people likes. You know what I mean? Because like there's a lot of good rappers that are mainstream, and there's a lot of good rappers that aren't mainstream. It just depends on what you like. For me, a lot of rappers that I like are mainstream. And but then again, me personally, I don't do too much digging into like the underground scene other than the rappers in Dallas. So a quick story on me when I was what like 22, 23. Like I ended up losing a job, totaling my car, and breaking up with the girl that I was talking to for a minute. So I got the bright idea just to like move out to Austin. So I had some homies living out there. Shout out to JP. And yeah, I was just out there, and like that's really where like I got to like be more myself. Not saying that I couldn't do that here, but it had some it was something about just going to a place that you never lived before, starting out living on your homie's couch, and eventually getting your own apartment, your own car. So that was cool. That was like a good development for me, not only for music but for me as a person. Because sometimes you gotta put yourself in the tough situations to see what you're really about, and like that's how you that's how I like know how far I can go. And that's just a quick little story. Hey, what's up? It's A3azy. It's A-E. You can spell it with a 3. And I'll just kind of tell you a little bit more about Paradise. So Paradise is an idea that like the whole thing behind it is how like everybody is like searching and looking for a paradise outside of themselves. But for me, it's always been within me. I just had to do the work on myself to bring it out. But as far as like the mini series, so it's gonna be a mini series and it's gonna be a mixtape. So the first episode, Who Am I, is already out. It's on my Instagram, which is gonna be A3azy, just spell it with a 3 underscore, and on my YouTube as well. But yeah, so Paradise, the first episode's out. The first song is dropping next month, or this month now, because it's right on the borderline. But yeah, I will definitely be giving you more information on my Instagram. But as far as Paradise, just remember that like Paradise isn't a destination. It's something you create.